Hello, friendlings. This is Claude from Chicago, and we are back with another Planet Coaster live stream slash video, depending on what you're watching, when you are watching this. Today, we'll be working on the backstage area for our Main Street, and if we have some spare extra time, we will be working on the other side of Main Street. But, yeah, our backstage area is this area right here, and we do want to make that filled up. If you are new to the channel, all the videos are linked in the description with all of our playlists to all Planet Coaster videos and streams here on this channel. So yeah, let's get started here. Let me just minimize these things, pull up my chats. Here we go. And yeah, so before we go super duper far, I did say at the end of the last stream that I was going to do some work on some things, and I really didn't do too much off stream. I placed in a couple lights to make this look a lot better. So I placed in some lights here. I placed in 6 lights here, 3 more lights up here, so 9 lights. I placed a light here, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then a couple 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, and then that's pretty much it. That's all I really did off stream. That took me about an hour and a half to place all those down because I'm very OCD, and that's why I really try to do some stuff off stream, because I really didn't do too much, but I was sitting here like forever thinking. Oh, I also put some air vents on top of these things as well. Not all of them, because I didn't want to make it like too cluttered, so I just put them on some. What's up, Meep? Thanks for coming out to the stream, man. How's it going, big fella? Alright, so let's start working on the backstage area. So I don't really have a great picture here, even for myself. But from some of the aerial shots from Disney, they do have a backstage area for the cast members to work, which is, you know, the employees or whatever you want to say. So it's pretty much usually like down an alley, hidden away from all guest eyesight. So we're going to probably do something very similar to that here. Another aerial shot that I did see, which does kind of leave me a little bit of a concern here, is that they had a road kind of going this way and this way, even though you couldn't go down it. They still had something there, kind of like showing that the road went that way. So I don't know if we're going to do that exactly, but this may be changed out now that I'm looking at these pictures. Because it does, from their point, it does look like you're walking through the street all the way there. So maybe we can change this into a street. Or we can leave it. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to do that yet, but we're not doing that today. But we're going to be working on the backstage area. So what my goal is to do is not really have too much. I don't really want it to be too big of an area. I do kind of want it to be something like right about here. I'm not sure what we're going to put on this side, so we're just going to put scaffolding on this side. But it's going to be generally about this size, and then there will be some parking spots. I don't think the Disney employees actually park there, but I'm not building another parking lot. Not, at least not today. But I'll probably build some parking spaces back here, some garbage dumps, some loading docks, and that sort of thing, just to kind of get this filled in. We also kind of have to try to stay away from these. I named these, by the way. I got to stay away from this template here, because after a while, everything's going to slowly get connected to that if I keep doing that. So I don't want to continue doing that. So we're just going to continue from there. Just how we're doing. So I don't think we actually need, we actually probably don't need any blocks. The asphalt paint is very good. And I think it does blend in with the paint that I have. Because this is just paint here. This is paint. No one can walk over this. But there is an asphalt road. And I don't know if that's this. It is this. It has to be. How's it in Pennsylvania? It's doing great today, man. I'm very grateful to be here. Alright, so this doesn't match up exactly, but it's still pretty close, so we'll just paint these rocks back in. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about this series, and if we do have spare time, we'll work on this side, or I will leave that for the video tomorrow. I have not recorded a video yet, so I will have to play Planet Coaster later tonight. to get some more content for y'all. Let me take a look at my schedule for this week. I have Planet Coaster is going to be changing this upcoming week to Thursday, and Sunday will be the world's map. I have determined that the world map will be the next project we do because you guys had some great feedback yesterday. So we are going to be doing the world map once again, but we're going to be doing that on Sunday next week. And the main reason why we're doing it on Sunday, for anybody who starts being super concerned, is because on Sunday, if we do it at this time next week, if we do it at this time next week on Sunday, then people from Europe can actually, respond. Because when we did the other one, it was just pretty much the United States people. I mean, there was a couple people from Europe voting as well, of course. So, yeah. I shall return to playing Metro. All right, for sure, man. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing next Sunday instead of this. We're going to change this stream to Thursday. And then I think we're probably not going to do Fallout next week, or it would be called a bonus stream if I did do it on Saturday. Let me plug my phone in. Let me give myself a free like, and we'll start working in the backstage area. All right, ladies and gentlemen, of course, the official lavalier microphone clip, of course, is 2 quality, so it's kind of hard for it to stay on here, but we'll figure that out. All right, beautiful. I really wish my really expensive microphone that's a lav that I completely forgot about doesn't want to actually pick up any audio. I was sitting there messing around with it yesterday. It just didn't want to pick up any audio, and I was a little bit infuriated. I mean, it wasn't really designed to be used in a computer anyways, but I thought it would have been enough power to sort of, get it through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it does have to go a little bit farther, because I do want to have at least some spare room here just in case if you need anything else. So so that's going 7 right now. 7, 8, 9. So this is 9 here, roughly 9. So let's just get a building piece here. Let's get some frame, or what is this called? The scaffolding. Yeah, let's try to get. Okay, so that's 9 roughly. Let's put this here. We're going to go 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, that's actually quite a big parking lot, not going to lie. Let's just give ourselves like an extra. Let's just give ourselves a little alley here. So what we're at 9, 10, 11. So 11 is... That's as far as we're going to go, just in case if you need to come down here. It doesn't actually need to be that big. Just enough to get with, like, one of these boom trucks in here for construction or reconstruction at some point, depending on if the area gets destroyed. I don't know exactly what we're going to be putting on the other side of this, so we are going to be using just the very basic... framework here. Just so we have at least something placed in here, just so you guys can have a general idea. Because I'm not entirely sure what's going to go here, or if this is just going to be an alley as well. Maybe this will just be an alley that's blocked off, and that just goes back there. Because I think there needs to be an extra backstage area, because there's going to be a fence here. But what you could just tell staff members, hey, don't use that, just try to come down here, take a left. Or we can run a show back here, like, have a theater here or something. Because there's a lot of, I mean, in Hollywood studios, or Disney studios, whatever you like to call it, there is a lot of like shows for the kids. I mean, literally for everyone, actually. But there's a lot of shows. So Maybe we could try to do something like that here. Like, shows as in, like, they do, like, concerts and, those sort of things. I mean, there's a lot of them. Like, there's Indiana Jones. They got, I'm pretty sure they would have had, they have, what's it called? Obviously, like, The Little Mermaid, The Lion King, any of the big ones now. Any of those sort of movies. They got, like, they got everything. And it's crazy. I mean, there's people that stand in line for, like, hours just to see some of these things. And I mean, willingly so, because if your kid likes, you know, that certain play or whatever, I mean, it does make sense to stand in line for something like that, especially if they're having a great time. And I mean, you're there to make your kids happy and yourself happy. And those shows are really well done. I mean, they are also made for, like, adults. I mean, they're so well done. All right, so this is generally the backstage area and how I kind of want it to look. There's going to be a fence here that we're going to be building today. And then this will... In real life, I don't think there would be parking lots back here except for, like, super duper bosses. I mean, like, or maybe managers. Maybe they got a special... I mean, realistically, when you get into these Disney parks, they don't really have... parking for staff in here, but once again, I don't really know if I want to build another staff parking lot at this time. So we will put some parking spaces in there, or maybe just some parking spaces for some trucks. But in my theory, we're gonna have an additional tunnel over here that the guests obviously do not know about. They comes through here, the garbage trucks, the dump trucks, and they come back through here, get some of the stuff, and then leave. Obviously, this would all be done during the hours that the guests are not here. And this would probably be covered with very heavy foliage at some point, or this would turn into some... Maybe these could turn into some buildings as well, because this could just be the main street continuing if I do decide to make a road here. What's up, Adam? How's it going, big fella? Alright. So let's do some details. So the main reason why I just stuck these lights in here like this is because most likely this room or this building will never have any sort of well, most likely will never have any sort of well, we're not gonna see it. So I mean, that's what I'm trying to go with. We're never gonna see the we're never going to see this building, this ride ever again. It's just going to be kaplunked in here. So I don't want to do too much detail. But I do want to leave a little bit of detail just in case if I do decide to come back through here at the end of the series and add in a thingy. So we'll just leave it just basically lit up just in case if somebody asks what ride's in here. There we go. We got something. Another thing that I did want to point out, something that I have been taking very sparingly, and I think Simon pointed out a long time ago. Why am I going to so much detail of hiding stuff? Disney goes through a great deal of hiding stuff, but I did watch a video not too long ago, and they were saying, you know, Disney can't really hide everything. If you do look in certain areas, you can see stuff you're not supposed to see. Which is true, and one of those things are, because I watch a lot of, like, live rides, you can actually see the exit signs in most of these rides. Especially if there's daylight. So we gotta kind of think of that, and this is kind of one of those things. We have a exit door over here. Obviously, this ride is not a super high themed ride, and there's not really doing too much except for going in a circle or an oval in this case. So we'll just kind of leave it pretty basic. And, you know, realistically, if you were in this place and it just went in a circle and you were waiting in line all the way here, you would probably eventually see that. Not really too much you can hide from there. Speaking of, I know a lot of people were saying that this isn't a movie-themed ride, and yes, I do understand that. These two rides here in the main street will probably not be themed too much to a movie. As you can clearly tell, that one was sponsored by Coca-Cola. And the main reason because of that is even in these big parks, there's a lot of things that are themed. Oh, there's actually a vehicles tab. That's actually pretty decent. I didn't even know that existed. There's a lot of things that are themed towards products, and one of those things are um, Pops. If you ever go to Disney, Disney is sponsored by Coke, and Coke actually made special Star Wars, made special Star Wars, what's it called? Made special Star Wars thingies. They made special Star Wars, how would you call it? They made special Star Wars things. Oh, they made special Star Wars pop. That's what it was. The Coke company made special Star Wars pop. So if you go to Disney Worlds, you will actually see you will actually see things themed towards Star Wars. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. But oh yes, okay, so the Pops font is changed to be in the Star Wars language or whatever you guys want to call it. It's pretty cool. I mean, I saw some pictures. I haven't been to Star Wars Land, obviously, but they have like it's. I mean, that's just that little bit of detail. That's what we're kind of doing here. So like Kofolo could be the official advertisement. They get their own building. They can get their own ride, even though it's not a movie themed ride. The special fonts, of course, because everyone's gonna be walking around with Kofola, um, Kofola Pop. Every good park has something like that. That's like kind of going to like a baseball stadium or a basketball game. All they sell is Coke products and Budweiser products. It's something just very basic and simple because it just is. I mean, it is because you need a you always need sponsors to run a park, and everything needs a sponsor. Unless you're making money from it. I mean, you don't need a sponsor, but it would be very helpful and very beneficial if you had a sponsor to build yourself a brand new movie park. Because then you could say Coca-Cola. Because the original Disney Hollywood Studios was called MGM. And I heard some stories about Disney just saying that they got MGM's rights for that name just based on the fact that they wanted to use MGM movies, which could be true or not. But at the same time, I don't believe that's true because um, Disney had their own movies, so why didn't they just use that for the entire park? I think the main reason why is because they needed some funding to get people down there, and originally the Disney Hollywood Studios was supposed to be a place where people would come down there and shoot movies. So that's really what the point of that was. Obviously, no one really did shoot any movies down there. I think they shot a couple, but it wasn't as much as they wanted to. So that's why eventually MGM gave up that little sponsorship of having their name on the entire park and just let Disney have it back. And Disney obviously knew the fact that they now had a lot of money. There was no point of naming it MGM anymore. So they changed it to Disney Movie Studios. Or Disney Hollywood Movie Studios. And the rest is pretty much history. Alright, I'm trying to do that like Chick-fil-A or that, I don't know how you would say it, Chick-fil-A. I'm trying to do the I mean, that could work. I'm trying to do the little like lines in the middle, and I think this could just work in itself. Like if we just go like this, because I don't really, I want to do, usually it's like this though. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm surprised I couldn't just turn that. That's what I'm kind of shocked about. Because we do need some parking spots, or I mean, we do need some places to tell people to not park, of course. The main reason because of that is because we're going to have a bunch of trucks kind of coming in through here all, not all day, but during the beginning hours of the day. So we really don't want people to, come through here and do stupid stuff. There's a lot of people that do stupid stuff, and we don't like people doing stupid stuff. Like, I kind of wanted to do something like that. I mean, I guess I could just leave it like this, too. Let's just leave it like that. So we do want to kind of block off spots where people do need to come inside, and get resources. So, for example, on this main, I mean, pretty much on all of these buildings, honestly, except for this one here, there probably doesn't need to be too much. There probably could be just like a single door, and they probably wouldn't be changed too much depending on maintenance fees. But these buildings here on the main street will have a bunch of food. So of course, even if there was some sort of huge need during the day to get shipments, they would obviously need to get people the products with, of course, without the trucks obviously being seen. Which I mean, which is a win-win, but you just don't want people to see the stuff at like one of these events. You're paying a lot of money to be immersed into the park, so you do have to kind of like hide stuff away. That's really what you're paying for Disney World for, is pretty much the immersion. You're not really paying. You're paying to be like, I mean, it's honestly, I think Disney World is more about the immersion than the actual. Because if I mean, of course, if you haven't been to Disney World, you probably don't really know. But you can go to Disney World and like literally think you're in a different universe. I mean, it's the amount of effort and detail that they put into these parks is unbelievable. So that's why we're trying to do some of that. So that's why I'm very nitpicky on things like, for example, this line. I think that line is a little bit messed up, but we're about to put a overhang over here, and it's the back. I mean, this back area will probably be less maintained than the front. Anyways, so we'll have a loading gate here where there could be a addition to where, like, all these buildings are connected. They would all be connected in real life. Right now, we don't have them connected just because they're independent buildings. But in real life, they would all be connected, so you could walk through there and bring all the storage together. So this building here, which is, I think, how do you call this? Gelateria Damari. This building here obviously probably wouldn't have, I mean, all these buildings would have a lot of foot traffic, but this would be defined as the main base. I would like to have it as the balloon one because there's not that much, but this is a perfect blend between getting them smoothies. I'm assuming this is ice cream. I don't know what that is, and balloons. Let's make ourselves a little overhang here. Let's make ourselves a let's make ourselves a thingy. Blah, blah, blah. Ah, that's why no one's watching on Twitch, because the bot didn't go out to Twitch. I was like, okay. Do we have a, this is a big door. This is a big door. This would be definitely dope if it was, like, half the size. All doors. What was the thing that we used last time? It was something weird. It was like a, I don't think it was a door. It was like an elevator or something. I really didn't do too much detail on that. That was in our video, so if you want to see our old Backstage video, that is in the time-lapse in the description. It was like an elevator door like this, yeah. Once again, it does look a little bit weird, but in a sense, we can actually kind of make this work. I don't know exactly if it would, it looks like it would open up from the top. I think realistically these things would open from the top as well. So we'll put that up there for now. We'll go back to this building and let's build a landing so trucks can kind of come in. So let's see. We probably would need some sort of like a concrete, something. I think it would be concrete. So let's see. Do we have concrete? Concrete flats. Yeah. So if we go up 1, 2, let's build the. Maybe that like if we back a truck up in here. Like, let me grab a truck. Let's grab this one real quick. If we put this here, is this high enough for people to get stuff unloaded? Like, we do that. Does that work? I think that works. I mean, it's not a huge, it's still ramped down, but it's not entirely catastrophic. So we'll, you know what? I think we'll leave that there. And then we could change the advertisement on the back of this thing to be that sponsorship in the front. What's up, Shane? How's it going, big fella? It is ice cream. I knew it. I knew it. Claude, you should play Age of Civilization 2. What is that? What is that, big fella? So I don't know if it should be better with the square or with the wide. I think the square would work because this is kind of a square truck. So we'll put that there. And then we'll change the color of this, I guess, to like a... let's change it to a pink just to have it kind of match. I mean, I don't think realistically it would match like that, but maybe it would. Maybe it would, actually. I don't know. And what is this? Sometimes you could change the color of things and it just doesn't make sense what's changing. Scenery statistics. Like, I don't know what that's changing. Whatever. So we'll at least get one truck in here, and that'll bring... I knew that was ice cream. So we got smoothies, ice cream, balloons, and obviously it'd be one building. So it's nothing too crazy to work out, but the loading dock should be here, and then we'll have like a little step up or a step down. And then maybe in theory we can bring these little lines. Let's merge these together because of the game. And maybe we could bring them out to here. Sort of like that. I don't know if that's how that would realistically look, though. A strategy game? Oh, we played some strategy games here on this channel, but I haven't played some in a while. Do you like that game, my dude? Or do you watch people play it? Yeah, I don't like that at all. Even though this is a no parking thing, I think that actually does... I mean, I think that's how it's... I think that's supposed to be like that. Alright, and then we'll have the big door so you can bring in all the goods here. Then we need some sort of metal roof or something. Just to, like, cover it from the rain. That looks like the nastiest thing I've ever seen in my life. I like to play it. Oh, is it just a PC thing? Because maybe I could look at it. I recommend it. I actually play it. Let me take a look at it real quick, Shane. Let me type it in. Age of Civilization 2. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I have not played this game, no. That actually sounds... that looks pretty cool. I know exactly what you're talking about now. I have not played it myself. And I haven't learned too much about it. But I do know what you are talking about. And maybe one day we can. I have something pretty similar, though. I have, I think it's EU4 or Hold Fast. I don't remember what I have. I have EU4 or something. Which, I mean, it's pretty much like that. But not the same. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. It's also a strategy game. I haven't played too much of that either. There's so many good games out there, isn't there? And if I rotate this here, even though that would look a little bit weird. Wait, how am I gonna get this to... Even though, I mean, well, I won't even say it, so y'all won't even know. Alright, let's, change these colors to a black or a gray. Something to kind of blend it in a little bit easier. Speaking of the devil, at Disney, they use a lot of go away green, so maybe these back buildings should be green. I'm not too sure. But if we get a couple of these trucks sort of parked in here, kind of unloading the shipments of stuff, we can get at least 3 of them in here, because of the way I've done this. Realistically, once again, still don't know if we'd have all these pillars here, so maybe we could actually delete the ones in the middle. When AJ gets here, he could probably tell us if we have this many pillars or just have 2. Maybe we'll just do 2, because... yeah, we'll do 2, because I don't think there is that many pillars holding those things up. just even in real life. So we'll park a truck in here. We'll do the ice cream. We'll do the ice cream thing, and then we'll do the I guess balloons maybe. Balloons would probably be a big seller because I like the balloons in this game. What is the balloon thing called though? They're called they may not be called balloon. I think they're called loony balloons or something like that. They got Professor Bratwurst. I'm very actually kind of shocked here that I can't find it. Huh. What is it called? Now I'm kind of concerned. I think they're called loony balloons. Yeah, loony balloons. So I guess a loony balloons is not a thing. So I guess we could go with the smoothies. What are the smoothies called? That may be just a chief. That may just be a chief beef thing or a gulpy soda. Do they have sushi gulpy cans? Yeah, what is this smoothie thing now? I don't know where anything is. Milkshake. Cosmic Cow milkshake. Alright, so let's change that to Cosmic Cow. Cosmic Cow. Here we go. Look at that. Cosmic Cow. There we go. Beautiful. And that's also a pink as well. That's kind of very fortunate. Let's change this pink to be a little bit lighter of a pink. Kind of to match that. I mean, I don't know if realistically they would match. I'm assuming they would because they would be probably sending only star trucks to this place because of the very high price of stuff. So I mean, that's such a small detail here in the back of a park that the guests will never see, and we will probably see very little of it. But it does make it kind of come to life. Let's do a little ladder here too. I don't know in theory how much a person would come up here to the top. And what are these called? These are called, they're in the spooky pack. Which I do want to use some more of those roofs. I mean, these roofs also look pretty nice as well, but let's change this to turn it this way. Like that. And then this does need to be an orange. So let's copy this orange color here. Control C. And then we'll paste that in like so. Beautiful. Something that I did, I know you guys didn't see this on off stream last time. It's because these things here, it does look a little bit weird. I do understand because this like little thing sticks out. So I have decided to just do this side over here and leave this side open, just because less guests will probably be looking up while we're leaving. Plus, there's trees here kind of blocking it as well. Maybe we'll put something up here on top of this shop, like a big sign or something. Well, that putting a big sign up there would draw people's attention. So maybe we'll do some more little details down here, so when people come by, they look down instead of looking up. Of course, even in Disney, you can kind of see stuff like that. I think in Disney they would have it wrap around, but I'm getting distracted. Let's get in ourselves a ladder. I think ladders are inside a building. I need really a strictly sort of a tall ladder that kind of goes up like this. Yeah. Why am I not in the building piece? Thank you. So we'll put a ladder here so people can go up, and then we will actually put a ladder. Oh, well, these aren't the same. That's one of the things in this game is kind of like bruh. We will leave this one built off a little bit and pushed up, Just a little bit so no one kind of comes up here and jumps up on there. That's what I thought this was, honestly. So maybe we could delete these real quick. We'll put this one here. Or should we flip it around? I don't know. Put them back. We'll leave it like that so we could get some people to kind of come up here if you needed to do some maintenance work. Obviously, this would be very high access, and it's off the ground a little bit. I think people could still, I mean, honestly, you should be able to still grab that, even if you weren't there, but we'll move it up a little bit more so people can't grab it. We'll make it a little bit more challenging for people to grab it. So there needs to be some, okay. Well, regardless, I don't think anybody should be going up there. So there is some there is now a way for people to kind of come up here and do some sort of maintenance, of course. All very in theory, so maybe we got to change these buildings to be a little bit taller. Or make a facade here, put some billboards up here, kind of block people's view. We'll probably go with that part, actually. Put some billboards up there to kind of block people's point of view. Okay, so I'm planning on having some parking spots here for some of the workers, and I guess we could probably build another loading dock here, just more of a smaller one. Yeah, let's just do a smaller loading dock. I'm kind of sad that I merged those two together now. It is what it is, though, sometimes. Because we could just do a little bit of editing here and fix that up perfectly. So we'll bring that off a little bit. I mean, it's going to need to be off more anyways because we got to add the things to it. So we'll edit this. We'll grab ourselves some concrete. We'll go to the normal concrete. We'll bring that off the ground and have it like placed like 6 different ways. All right, let's bring this to there, there, and there. Speaking of, is this may not all be the same height of dirt. I just have realized, because this is now like sort of floating. Did that bring that up? It didn't. Well, we'll figure that out when we need to. For now, that's fine. Okay. So we'll just do the same thing like we did over there. Nothing too crazy. We'll get ourselves a smaller door this time. Not a big industrial door. These buildings, I don't even know what's going to be put inside of here yet. Probably more storage just to have some more trucks sort of come down here and park. So let's see. Is there a bigger door? There is a barn door. I mean, this is a big door, and it does kind of match a little bit. If we bring that in slightly, like so. Maybe that'll be the door that they bring the stuff in. And then we will take this, move this in slightly to here. Click on this. And we will delete all of these things here, except for these 2 pieces, because we do want to keep these. Oops. Like so. Bring them in like this, and then we should be able to just bring this over like so to there. And we'll extend this little piece to there. Click this, extend this to here. And there we go. That's just a very basic loading dock. Almost completed. We need a metal roof now. Which I think we used these tin ones last time. I'm not sure which angle I actually used. Did I use this angle? No. Is there a slightly less one? Yes, 1 meter is what I used. And we will bring that up to right there, I think. And does this fit right here underneath those? No, we gotta bring them up one more. All right, beautiful. And we'll bring these across so that there is some sort of cover for these guys. We'll bring this down to here. We'll rotate that in. We'll click on that. We'll click on this. Click on this copy. Copy these. Colors. Bring these here. Paste these in. Beautiful. And there we go. We got an additional thing. So we might want to put some lights on there a little bit later. For now, that should be good. All right. Time to do some parking spaces. Speaking of the devil, these parking spaces in Disney are actually not straight. They're actually slanted to get as many people in the parking as possible. And I didn't do that. May one day go back there and switch that out. For now, it is what it is. No, it ain't this easy. So we'll just leave it as is for now. I think large is the correct size for these parking spots. Just let's take a look here. It may be the extra large. It is the extra large. It is the extra large. Oh, by the way, these squares should all fit inside of here. I didn't even realize that, but that's what it's supposed to be like. And we will get this lined up as perfectly as possible. Turn it to 45. Snap it twice. Beautiful. We'll paint this white for the white lines. And we will go, I guess, to here. Oops. You know what? Actually, let's go to large. Let's just go to large, because these are going to be staff parking, so it doesn't need to be as crazy, in my opinion. Not entirely sure, though. So we'll have some staff parking here. We'll switch this here. We'll turn this way. Oops. Oops. We'll flip this way. Beautiful. White line. We'll push that in to as low as possible. And I guess we can rotate it this way. We'll push this in like so. Well, that's 15 degrees. And that is not, as you can clearly tell, this is not lined up at all. So we'll line that up. We'll push that in there. Like so. Beautiful. And then I guess we could snap these at 15 degree of angle. That should be enough. Should be enough. I'm not too sure. I think 15 should be enough, though. Get some additional parking spots back here for the staff slash bosses slash anybody else that needs them that are kind of high ranked. I don't think it, like, once again, like I said, I don't think Disney would have a official parking spots like this, but that's what we are going to do. Now, these are not really lined up as well, and I do know that. So these need to be brought out just slightly, just to get them sort of aligned properly. Or as close to straight, or as close as properly. And then we'll grab our eye tool, grab this, merge all those things into the same piece. This little thing here, we'll copy this and place this here. We'll sync that in. And we will just make sure that it is synced in as possible. Yeah, as you can see, some of these things will pop up sooner than later. The main reason why that is happening is because the ground is a little bit uneven. As you can see, one's there, and that's there. We'll put that there, and then I guess we could scoot this one in just slightly. Why am I putting that thing there? It's because we are going to do ourselves a dumpster. Yes, a dumpster. Let's find if we can find a dumpster. I think those are in scenery. Yes, they are. So these dumpsters actually explode. And obviously, we do not want that. So we're going to actually turn it off. And that's actually pretty easy to do. If we click on this dumpster, we'll press stationary. And voila, it is done. Simple. Wasn't even that hard to do. From there, we can put in some more additional boxes inside of these. I don't want to do that much as of right now, so we'll just put some dumpsters aligned here. And the main reason why we want to put some dumpsters in here with the no parking in front of it little signs, or on it, is because, of course, when the dump truck is here, if the dump truck cannot get to the garbage, they got to leave the garbage there and go to the next one. So that could make a huge problem. So we'll put some dumpsters there, and I guess we can rotate one of these around so they're not the exact same. I don't know if that's really going to change anything at all. Oh. Maybe it does. I don't know. You know what? Let's put some boxes in there now before I forget, because I forget. Boxes. What kind of boxes do we have? We got some boxes here. And it's pretty simple. You just kind of put some extra boxes in here like this, just to give it a little bit of detail. And then I guess maybe on this side we can find some garbage, or I think they're called bags. Yeah, there we go. Trash bags. Ooh, if I typed garbage in, it would have never popped up. And then we'll put some more garbage bags in here just to kind of make it look a little bit more realistic. And then maybe get ourselves another box here like this. We'll go in here like this, and then we'll flip it. We'll click X. We'll rotate it, push it down, pull it up, and voila. Beautiful. Now it looks like a real garbage can filled to the brim. We could put a dumpster in there, a dumpster truck. Or, trash truck, is it? What is it called? Bag? Garbage bag truck. I mean, God, like, why is it named like 6 different things? I guess in theory we could put one of these here. But most of the time this park's gonna be open while we're playing this. It's just the beginning right now. It's not open, so we'll leave it as is. I guess we can make some more parking down over here. I don't know in theory if you would have people parking like this close to this thing, because trucks may need to kind of come in and out. And of course you wouldn't want people parking here either, so let's do a little bit of changing here. So we'll add in some parking spots, but we'll leave this here. But we need to bring those lines in. Maybe I could just do that and then just flip this to here. Sort of like this, and then I guess we could, I mean, in theory you wouldn't want to block this alley, but what we'll do is we'll just delete some of these here. Oops, let's leave that one there. Click on some of these. Control Z, nope, Control Y, Control X, here we go. And then we'll bring those across. And hopefully, in theory, that makes sure that no one parks there. I don't know if that would realistically work or whatnot. Of course, if you park there and you work at the park, you definitely will get chewed at or get fined money. Of course, this is not where guests would not be parking at these things. Those would only be staff members, so they would specifically tell people not to park there. And if they did, then they would definitely get in some sort of trouble. There would need to also be a one here, or an addition of this. There would definitely need to be one here, because of the dump. Because if I mean, you would definitely get in a lot of trouble if there was if there was a supply truck trying to come in and you were parked there. Oof, that would be a big oof. Let's grab some more of these here, like so. Put that in. Put this here. Let's go to YouTube. Am I even live? Yes, I am. Okay, thank God. Alright, beautiful. Alright, let me just check my phone real quick. Okay. So let's bring these out just slightly. And with these being merged together in some parts, we can actually kind of like reuse these. Yeah, see, look at how much was hidden in there. The only problem is some of these, moving them out doesn't really help it too much, but it'll help a little bit. This world is definitely going to be the world's laggiest world when this is over. So I hope everyone is I hope everyone is definitely prepared. I mean, I hope I'm prepared, actually. You guys don't have to be prepared. Any big plans that is happening in my life? I am planning on... Well, I'm planning on doing some things for school coming up. Obviously, with this whole situation that's going on right now. I have some big projects coming up. I actually have a big project due tomorrow. So, I might actually just, end the stream a little bit earlier today. And hopefully get some of that done. Obviously, I have to record another video for tomorrow. And, it's going to be kind of fun. It's going to be kind of fun. I got a lot of stuff to do, though, for this upcoming week. So, let's try to... I mean, I guess I could use a square. I don't think I've ever used a square in these builds. But a square could work. Like this. Yeah, that's why you don't use a square, because it's just too short. I mean, the rectangle didn't help any better either. Oh, because the rectangle's rotated on the wrong side. Ah, that makes complete sense now. Let's sink that in a little bit more. And we'll bring that out to there. Beautiful. Let's put some cars in here, and then I guess that's where we'll probably call that for today. I was planning on going out a little bit longer, but I don't want to make these super long if no one... Alright, let's put a car here. Let's park another car over here. Like this. I don't know if you would back in to these spots or whatever. Put those there. I will put that there. We need drunk Claude. Shane Burra. It's just... And then let's copy and paste one of these over here. Like this. And we'll change the color. We'll change this one for you, Shane. We'll make this one a vibrant red for you. I could definitely see you rocking a very red car. We'll make this one for you, Shane. Change this one to red. There we go. May change, but I think that's what we'll do for now. All right, I think this backstage area is very little detail, or I mean, there is some detail on here. We may do a little bit more additions later on that. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do on the left-hand side, but I have to do some homework, do some work for some things coming up. So, yeah, how about a car with 2 spots occupied? There is one over here, my dude. I think we had one over here that was taking up a couple. Oh, we must have moved it back. But yeah, maybe we could add one. Maybe we could add it later. All right, Fredlings, thank you so much for watching today, especially you, Shane, and everyone else that watched live or post. I will see you, Fredlings, with another live stream on Tuesday nights. I will have a schedule posted in the next couple hours, or let's just say later tonight. And yeah, I hope you guys like this little backstage area here. We'll do some more detail on it next time, but I'm not sure what we're going to do here. These are going to be the back of buildings, so that probably just going to be flipped to this side, honestly. All right, see you.